Hi there! So today I wanted to introduce a new project pan for this year, and it's going to be using up the last little bit of what I have. And I wanted to title it that because there are plenty of products throughout the year that I've hit pan on, but then once I have hit pan on them, I just shove them in my drawers and whatnot and then forget about them. So they're still cluttering up my collection. I love them enough to have hit pan on them, but I wanted another reason to just, you know, take it all the way, if you will, and use them up. So I wanted to start this project starting January 1st, 2019, and for 3 solid months use these products. So that's when I'll have the last video up and the project pan finale for you. So I'm excited. 3 months goes by super duper fast, so I'm hoping that I can do it. If anything, I just want to get even more use out of these products that I've already hit pan on. So without further ado, let's just begin. In order of how I put it on my face, we are going to go first with the Too Faced Primed and Peachy Cooling Matte Skin Perfecting Primer. And this is the travel size. So when I squeeze the bottle, it's kind of hard to tell because the bottle isn't see-through or anything, but when I squeeze the bottle, it feels like I'm about right here. I really like this primer. I really do think it keeps my oils at bay, so I don't think I'll have any issue with using that up or wanting to use it daily. Next, for foundations, I have 2, and these 2 are, this one's a little more than halfway done, and this is about halfway done. So let's start with this. It's Wet n Wild Photo Focus Foundation in the shade Nude Ivory. So I've marked it right here. I kind of scraped the sides of it and then looked in, and then scraped the sides again and then looked in. So that's where I'm gonna call it right here. This glass is really thick and you can't really see through it when you hold it up to even the brightest light. So that's that. And I really like that foundation, especially for my combo oily skin. I don't find that it breaks down and looks, really awful at the end of the day, even a long day. And it's got about, I want to say medium to full coverage. And then that's why I thought I should use this one that's a CC cream just to add a little more lightness to the foundation in case this one feels a little bit too heavy, or if I don't feel like having a super duper heavy coverage that day, if that makes sense. So this one is the It Cosmetics Your Skin But Better CC cream, and it is in the shade Fair. Now again, when I squeeze the bottle, it's about right here, and it's in this little pump here. So these together, which I'm wearing today, I'm wearing all of these products, I forget to mention, I'm sorry. I am wearing all of these products on my face today, that way you can see them all together. So there are those. Now moving on, I have concealers. Now first I have the Maybelline New York Instant Age Rewinder Eraser Dark Circle Treatment Concealer. How long is that name? Oh my. It's in the shade Ivory, and if you can see, I'm at that second line right there. I'm at that second line, and I chose to put another concealer in here because I don't like this one under my eyes, because I think it adds nice coverage, but on me anyway, it doesn't seem like it lasts very long, and that could be just me. The formula is really thin, and oftentimes when I'm tired, my eyes get really watery when I yawn, and I feel that it just breaks up and disappears. So I don't like to wear this under my eyes for that reason. Other than that, it's a really amazing formula, and it's very lightweight and a cult classic. But for my under eyes, I want to use the Tarte Shape Tape. This is the concealer that never dies. All right? I already told you about this one. I'm nearly done. You can see the scrapes on it. And so I marked it at about right here. That's where I can see the product lining up at. I've already taken the stopper out of it, and there's just so much. So I'm hoping that I can finish this sucker up. Next, we are going to set the face, and I also have 2 powders here. Let me tell you why. So the first one is for all over the face purposes, and it's the Rimmel London Stay Matte Long Lasting Pressed Powder. And this is in the shade Transparent. Here, I'll take the lid off for you so you can see. I've hit Major Pan on this one. And I think this is the second or third one of these that I've used already. Amazing powder. I love this powder for my oily skin. And I really feel that it holds up and makes my foundation stay, you know, great looking throughout the entire day. I love this stuff, and I know already that I'll repurchase it once I finish this one up. So that goes all over the face. The one complaint I have about it, it seems as if it's too heavy for under my eyes. Maybe it works for you. I don't know. So for that reason, I picked out the Maybelline New York Fit Me Set & Smooth powder in the shade 110 Porcelain. And open this up. I've also hit Major Pan on that one. I absolutely love this one for under the eyes. It's really brightening for my light skin, and I feel that it makes my under eyes really smooth, just as the title entails. I love this one, and I know I will repurchase that one as well. So moving on to brows, I have here the It Cosmetics Brow Powder, and it's in a universal shade, whatever that means. We got this in a BoxyCharm, I want to say earlier this year, if not last year. It's been a while, but let me show you. If I click it, you hear that click? If I click it all the way up, it is, hopefully I don't break it. That always makes me nervous. So it's right about there. So I'm pretty close to using it up. What I do is so this universal shade is a little bit lighter than I like, and my hair isn't crazy dark, but I will use this to shade in my brows. And then I went in with a shade from the Clay Play Face Shaping Palette from Tarte, and I went in with this shade right here called Smoke. And I just used an eyebrow pencil to help define my eyebrows and darken them up a little bit. So on the face, we are going to move on to bronzer, which is probably my favorite part. And this is a product that I've had for a while. They actually don't even make it anymore. And I got it on sale at Sephora, and then I panned it, but then I put it away because I didn't want it to go away, if that makes sense. But I'm hoping that I can use as much of this as I can before it goes bad, because makeup doesn't last forever. And someone should have told me that a long time ago when I bought too much. But nevertheless, here we are. And I have the Estee Edit, the Barest bronzer in the shade Light Medium. So the packaging is really reflective and it's beautiful. It's a silver packaging with some white that looks like it's spray painted on. It's really cool packaging. And then you get this huge mirror. And here is the bronzer that I have panned already. See that huge dip in there? I was super proud to have done that. But I really like this powder. When you move it around in the pan, you see sparkles, but I don't feel like that comes off on the cheeks. So you're not looking like a disco ball or anything. So it's right here. It'll focus. It's a really nice warm bronzer, but I don't feel like it's too warm for my fair skin. Again, I'm wearing it today. And then next up we have a product from Vintage Cosmetics. We got this in a BoxyCharm, and this packaging once upon a time was beautiful, but now it's just really messy because it was in white packaging. There it is, and it's a duo with the shades Rose Quartz and Chocolate Diamond in it. And the shade I want to focus on here, this project pan, is the shade Rose Quartz. I don't know if I will use it up completely, but I'm going to try. Like today I used it to highlight, obviously, on the cheekbones, just a little bit up here on the nose, and then I put it on my eyelids with a shadow some shadows that I'm going to show you in a second, and then in the inner corner as well. So I'm going to try to use it up as much as I can. I think the formula is extremely beautiful. I really like it. And let me just swatch that for you here. Absolutely beautiful. So here, if you can see, here's the bronzer, and then here's the highlight. This pink down here is the blush that I'm about to show you. It's not coming off. So hopefully you can see that. All right, and then you already got a sneak peek, but here we are with the blush. And this was in the Tarte book. It comes out every holiday, and this is from the Tarte, oh, I don't know what it's called. The Big Book of Blush. I'll put it here. So I haven't yet hit pan on this sucker because I've only ever finished one blush, and that was another Tarte blush that was in a palette. I think it was called the Showstopper palette. And ever since then, I have never hit pan on a blush, but that's okay. And so I don't expect that I'm going to finish a blush. Like, let's be realistic here. I'm not going to. But if anything, I want to kind of make a mess of the embossment on top. Look how perfect and pretty that is. I swear I've used this before, but it really looks like it's never been touched. This sucker is really beautiful though. And I wanted to pick out a blush that I wouldn't get tired of, you know? And it's kind of like a light pink with a little bit of a gold shift to it. And I thought this would go with a lot of different looks. So here it is. So again, there's the bronzer, the highlight, and then the blush. So I think they all coordinate really well together. So I'm excited to put those to use. All right, so we're moving on to the eyes. And I think this is probably going to be the hardest to use up in the project. And this is the Urban Decay Eyeshadow Primer Potion. And this is in the 3.7 milliliter size. So when I squeeze the tube, I'm about right here. So I haven't even hit the halfway mark on here. And I say that this is going to be tough because eyeshadow primer, you only need the teeniest bit of. So I gave myself a toughie, but that's okay. I'm going to use up as much as I can. And that is that. C'est la vie. So for eyeshadow, I have here the first high-end eyeshadow palette that I ever bought. So it's near and dear to my heart, and you cannot even buy it anymore. Like, that's how long ago it was. But it's the Anastasia Beverly Hills Artist Palette. Here's the front of it. And I bought this one because it was a pretty fair price. I think it was $30 at Sephora, and I really liked that it was a colorful palette and it spoke to me. So I have already used up 2 of the 12 shadows in here, which is exciting. So I want to just keep going and keep going, you know, until I'm not happy to use it anymore. So I have used up these 2 shadows, and that's Buttery, and I have no idea what that says. You can pronounce it in your head, it's fine. And what I want to specifically work on here are 3 shades. So first, I want to finish off Dusty Rose. I like to use that as a transition shade. I don't find that it's too dark for my skin tone. And then I also want to work on Baby I'm a Star. I don't plan on using that one up completely, but I just want to make a bigger pan, if that makes sense. I like to use it either all over the shade as one color, or I like to use it as eyeliner for the top line and for the bottom. So I think I'm going to get much use out of it that way. And then the third color is Orange You Fancy, and that's this one right here. And I want to try to use that one up. So I want to try to use this one up, and just get bigger pan on this one. So let's see if I can do this. And then next up, I want to use up the Urban Decay 24/7 Glide On Eye Pencil in the shade Demolition. These are really great eyeliners. I love these. I think they stay put. They come in amazing colors. I think there's at least a gajillion of these colors. And I'm excited to use this one up. I've had it for a while, so I don't want it to go bad. And I don't have a ruler or anything. Bear with me, but I do have another 24/7 Glide On pencil, and this one I have yet to use. So I'm just using this as kind of a marker. I hope that makes sense. Just in comparison, that's where I'm at in the use up of this pencil. So next up, we have a mascara. This is the highly renowned Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara. Here's that one. This packaging is quite weighty. It's impressive. I've used the dupe to this mascara, and it's the L'Oreal Paradise mascara. I believe that's the name of it. And I really loved that one. But don't get me wrong, I love a good mascara, but I wasn't going to pay the full price for this one because I'm cheap. I'm cheap. But it came in a set that I bought, and I want to use it up. So here we are. All right, we're almost done, guys. Hang in there. So next up, we have the Cover FX Illuminating Setting Spray. And here is the bottle. And here is my markings. So a while back, obviously, I marked it here. And then I am right here currently. And this bottle is pretty easy to see through. So I am excited for that. I'm so very much close to being done with this one. And I think if I finish this one before the halfway mark of the project pan, I will go ahead and throw in another setting spray. I have in mind the Smashbox So Chill Coconut. I believe that's the shade. Or not the shade, but I believe that's the scent of the Smashbox one because I'm nearly done with that one as well. But first, this one. This one is really nice. We got it in a BoxyCharm if I haven't said that already. And it does just what it says. It illuminates. And I find that even though I do have oily skin, it doesn't break down my foundation. I just don't put too much of it. Last but not least, we have lip products. And I wasn't going to get crazy. There's a lot of products that I'm so close to being done, but I picked out two products that I was very close to being done with and that I thought would go together well together, as well as with the shades of eyeshadow and blush that I picked. I hope that makes sense. I have a travel size of the Buxom White Russian lip gloss. So I kind of had it setting on the side, but overnight I had it sitting up, and this is where I marked it here. And this is just a deluxe size, so it's not the full size. And then next I have the CoverGirl lipstick in the shade 260 Heavenly Paralala. I'll put it in the description box below because that looks like a completely different language, y'all. So, see, here it is here. Can you read that? Can you read that? Because I can't. Anyway, moving on. I have here a marking. I hope you can see that. So if you turn it here, it looks really disgusting. I'm sorry. So there's the marking right there. Kind of. There we go. I think you can see it a little better. So I'm very close to being done with this one. I really like the shade. It's a really light pink. And the formula of the lipstick is very creamy and comfortable, which is very important to me. So there's that shade, and then I'll go ahead and swatch this Buxom one for you. It's a lip gloss, so you're not going to get much pigment, but still. Here it is. And I think it's a little bit pinkier because it mixed with this one, so I apologize. So these two together is what is on my lips right now. Really nude pink kind of mix there, which I really like. And I think that about wraps it up, you guys. So again, I am going to start this on January 1st of 2019, and then the finale will be uploaded on April 1st, and I will show you how I'm doing. I will go ahead and do a halfway mark kind of update video. That way you can see where I'm at. We can gauge if we need to put in other products, and we'll go from there. I'm winging it, y'all. This is my first project pan done in front of people, so I'm nervous / excited / hoping that you get inspired as well to do your own project pan, because like I said, there's nothing better than finishing up a makeup product. I swear, you feel like you're getting your money's worth. And if you want to join in with me, you know, do it. Go for it. What do you have to lose? So if anything, I hope you are having an amazing day, and don't forget to be kind and stay awesome. All right, guys? I'll see you in the next one. Bye.